Hello everybody and welcome back to the ACC Potato Nation Multi-Class Championship. This is round 7 of the championship here at the very famous Oulton Park circuit located in Cheshire. My name is Stuart Brereton. As usual, your commentator for this race. Joining me is your usual suspect, Steve Mullen, who's also your second commentator and race director for this event.
Well guys, how's it going? Looking forward to this one. It's going to be a good race. First wet race, I think, this season. Oulton Park, tricky circuit. What's your thoughts, Stu?
Yeah, it is. Oulton Park is definitely a very tricky circuit, especially the fact that it's in the rain, mind you. It's looking like we're going to have some pretty interesting action here at Oulton Park today. Maybe a bit of crushing, maybe a bit of spins. Who knows? It's all maybe even a bit of close battles on this track, because Oulton Park is definitely a very difficult circuit to overtake on.
Yeah, I hope the guys have got their practice done, and it's gonna be carnage, I think. But I think it's gonna be a great race. It's a great race for the spectators, maybe not so for the drivers. Where do you think the battles are gonna be tonight, Stu?
I reckon it could be there between the usual whiz kids there up at the front, because they've been pretty dominant in the last few races of this championship. Apart from the unexpected win from yesterday, where Albert Gregory took an unexpected win from Gunther de Paul on his home circuit in Budapest.
That's right.
So that could slow down Gunther de Paul's pursuit for the championship there, mind you. But it's still early days yet. There's still another 3 races left to go. So it's very possible. So it is possible that something will happen in this event that might potentially turn the tides of the championship in favor of either Alexander Milchin or Stephen Kroll.
Yeah, I see the probably Gunther de Paul, Stephen Kroll's racing tonight. Don't see any really contenders beyond them. Maybe Alex Milchin and the Porsche. What's that Porsche like in the rain? I'm not sure, but so it'd be a quarter handful. We'll see. We've got is it Eli Poe back racing?
Eli Poe?
Yeah, he's back racing at Potato Nation. It's good to see.
Let's see.
We'll have the usual candidates like Stephen Baines, Mr. Ian May, and Deckers as well.
What car is Poe in, by the way?
Oh, he's in the Merc, yeah, #1 car.
Yeah, I see him there. He's in the Mercedes. Did he compete in one of the previous races before? I was wondering.
It might have been last season actually, but I definitely recognise the name there. So it'll be good to see him back driving now. There's somebody off already. Look.
Yeah, and as we witness here now, we witness the GT3 qualifying. We see one of the Ferrari 296s. I believe that's Stephen Kroll there, deciding he wants to turn his Ferrari into a rally car. And here's Stephen Baines there now, just starting his lap there. He's currently holding down pole position in the entire GT3 class with a 148.5. So if things go well, he should be in with a chance of being on pole position for this race, provided he doesn't jump the start. In lap 1, of course.
Yeah, that was a bit of a head scratching moment by Stephen Baines. He'll make sure that's not happening again. See the car getting all the side roads there coming out of that corner.
He won't be. He'll definitely make sure that doesn't happen, especially after he was called out for it as well by nearly everybody in the Potato Nation League.
Yeah, that was a cracker. Jump on board with Mr. Ian May now. And what part of the circuit is he on now? Is he coming into the...
That would be turn 3 up in Cascades there, head up towards the Island Bend.
Yeah, down into Shell Corner now. Or Island Bend first, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's the Island Bend there. It's where it goes on. It goes on past the hairpin towards turn 9 at Britain's. So he's heading towards. Oh, he said that he's gone off to the side, have a bit of rally driving there.
Say it's going to be a tricky corner in the rain, you know. You need to get the tires to bite in. You get the car set up really well for the wet weather. Suspension would be probably soft.
Indeed, you're right there, Steve. As he heads now towards turn 7, 8, and 9 at Britain's. And oh dear, I mean, he's braking very late there indeed.
He's having a mare.
Yeah, he's all over the place there. So while we're on the subject of Brands Hatch, let's talk a little bit about the circuit there, shall we?
Oulton Park.
Okay. Yeah, let's start. What did I say?
Brands Hatch.
Oh no! No, we're not on Brands Hatch. This is Oulton Park. Okay. My goodness me, I made an absolute muppet of myself there.
Not at all.
But anyway, while we're on the subject of Oulton Park, let's talk a little bit about the circuit there, shall we? It's located in Cheshire in the UK, and it is a 4.3 kilometer circuit. It's hosted many racing. It's hosted many different leagues in the past, including the famous British Touring Car Championship, which first placed out here from the 1960s up to present, and is a regular to that calendar ever since then. It also plays host to the British GT Championship and the British Superbike Championship, and even some TCR Racing UK as well.
Oh.
It also used to play host to the British F3 Championship and the RAC Tourist Trophy, which is an endurance event according to Wikipedia here that I'm looking at.
Very good. I was over in Oulton Park for the British GT3 this year at Easter. There, it was very good. It was a bit like this actually. It was a wet day.
Nice. So you get to have a little bit of a trip down memory lane, seeing the race that you saw in the real world.
Yeah, the weather and everything. It's just how it was. The cars were sliding all over the track. Well, let's jump on board and maybe see 4 Ferraris and 2 of them are Wiz Motorsports liveries, and then 2 of them are sort of like white, silver, and red. And then you've got EMA there in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, EMA's the only one who decided he's going to go against the trend of using Ferrari 296s and just go with his favorite car, the Aston Martin.
I'll say EMA is coming up to the start finish now. I think we should jump on board.
Yeah, so let's
give us a lap guide here.
Thank you very much there, Steve. So as we come around now, the final corner there, heading here in Oulton Park. Here's a quick lap there for you. Come across the start finish line. You're heading up towards Oulton corner. You want to keep an eye on the 100-meter board and stay to the left here. Heading down, shifting down to the 3rd gear here. You want to keep it nice and tight there. And then as the car drives out here, you want to get the car straightened up. Head up towards Dentons and Cascades. Beat the car in here, stay in the 3rd gear, and then head straight and then head down the straightaway towards Lakeside there, head up towards Island Bend. If this is the British Touring Car Championship, then we'll be using a more shorter version of this track, but because this is GT racing, we're going to be using the more longer end. Head up towards Shell's Oil's corner. You want to stay right here, down to 2nd gear, down to 1st gear now, and then you just keep it nice and tight there now as you go back on the power there. Up into 4th gear as you head now towards Britain's. We want to shift straight down to 2nd gear, really attack the apexes here, and then drive out as the car heads up towards the next corner of Hilltop and Hislops. You want to brake here. You want to brake here the 2nd marker here, and then keep it. Oh dearie me, as I say, no, that's not. No, dearie me, that is certainly what you don't want to do on the Oulton Park, is to just drive straight on like an absolute loony there. And now because of that, EMA has destroyed his own lap time. Now, was that a commentary?
I think that's the 10 minutes done for the GT3 cars. So
yeah,
we'll get another lap guide maybe with the GT4 cars.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, was that no? I hope I didn't put a curse on EMA there that time when I was talking about the lap.
No, I would say he was pushing hard there, trying to get a good qualifying session done. He's probably had a little practice in the rain now. For one, I don't think I've ever drove in the rain in SEC now. So, well, I think I did once in the Porsche Cup, and it was a handful. I don't think it was this wet though. I think it was a dry track.
Yeah,
there you are. That's GT3 quali over, and then the GT4 cars will be heading out on track. And my friend Warren Herbert Foschel, hopefully these guys will be on it today.
Yeah, Herbert Foschel and Ryan Herbert Foschel and Ryan Ware are in this race as well. With Herbert Foschel there now is currently a couple of points ahead of a couple of points ahead of Ryan Ware. He's up into he's currently about 50 points ahead. So and Nigel Bryan is nowhere. I don't know if Nigel Bryan's in this race or not. Is he? There he is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah. So the championship in GT4 is very crucial. So I think I think now, if Gunter de Paul wins this next race and Alex Milchin has a bad race and if he finishes down lower, I reckon Gunter de Paul could have the championship well in the bag by the end of this race.
Yeah, I see Pascal Delucia here as well.
Pascal Delucia is back.
The GT4 field is stacked with really good drivers.
They are, yeah. It seems like the GT4 class has gotten up to it seems to be really popular for this championship.
Yeah.
So here we are around the corner now with Herbert Froskel. So let's get a lap in. Let's start the lap here again. So as we've been saying now, we head up there towards the Oulton corner. You want to keep to the left hand side there and clip the curb in on the inside before keeping as much power you can in the car. Up towards Cascades here. Up towards Cascades. You want to keep to the right hand side and then go left here and just keep it as close as you can to the curbs as possible. Now on the straightaway, head up towards the Island Bend, past the short end of the track where the British Touring, which is the layout for the British Touring Car Championship. Keeping it left at Shell's Oil corners here, and then you want to drive that. You want to really drive the car into that curb there and get as much speed as you can to set yourself up for the chicane here at Britain's. But watch out for the bollard on the right, and then you want to clip the apexes there on the left and the right before driving straight on there. Head up towards Hislop's. Braking just at the right point there, not the same which is the correct braking point, unlike Ian May's there little fumble there. Now up towards the hill there. Now we're only 7 minutes left of this qualifying session. You want to keep to the left hand side here there, and then you want to keep also to the right so you can clip the curb here on the inside to brake here, keep it braking in the straight line before then just letting the car drive out in the middle of the circuit there. And then you head up towards the final corner there now. This is where this corner really tests bravery for braking. Brake out the first bollard there, and then head towards, and then keep it tight on the right hand side. Look at the power there now. Head up towards the start finish line, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lap around Oulton Park.
Very tricky circuit. You don't have much time to get a breather on it. It's just constantly concentrating. You get a slight rest, I would say, on some of the straights, but they're not that long. Constantly watching where you're going all the time, watching around you, who's around you. It's a great circuit. Very undulating as well.
Yeah, it's a good circuit to race on, but my only complaint about the track is that overtaking on this track, it's very hard to do.
Yeah, especially for these bigger, faster GT3 and GT4 cars. You know, if you're in a wee small, maybe MX5s or Clio Cup cars, you know, that suits these cars down to the ground, I think, or this track, sorry, get down to the ground. Maybe a Formula 4 or something like that.
Not only that though, even the BTCC had trouble with some overtaking to the point where they've had to resort to banging doors off each other there to really get the moves done.
Yeah. Well, it's full of character though, this circuit, you know.
It is indeed. So as we're on the subject here now, we have Nigel O'Brien there with Ruben Ashame there hold down the first row. And Herbert Froskel there is also on his next flying lap there, and there is Stokes there, and he's also back in for the race ahead of Budapest. And currently Stokes is running in third place in the championship there. So it looks like that if Nigel O'Brien wins this race, he could be one step closer to taking the championship off of Herbert Froskel. So we could be looking at a three-way fight here for the GT4 title here at Potato Nation.
Yeah, it's quite tight. There's a couple of Mercedes out there, yeah.
Yeah, the big hunky Mercedes there.
Looks like he's pulling up. He's getting a bit of space in front of him.
Yeah, before Stokes decided he's going to try that lap once again. I think that was Poe in the Mercedes ahead of Stokes.
Yeah, I'd say the Mercedes will be a handful in the rain.
No doubt about that. And now, as we see here now, it looks like now Pascal De Lucia is now on pole position for the GT4 grid. He's currently ahead of Nigel O'Brien, and the two Genettas of Ruben Ashame and Herbert Froschel there now are holding down the second row. So it looks like this race the GT4 field could be one to watch out for.
Yeah, it's wide open, isn't it? You've got Nigel O'Brien up in the second there. Maybe he is a real talented guy in the rain.
He is indeed.
He's only like four tenths or so off Pascal qualifying there so far. Again, and then a 6 tenths between O'Brien and Ashim. There's nothing between Fossil and Ranwar either.
No, not much whatsoever there, Steve. But
it's really tight in the top 5 or 6 GT4 drivers there, like, you know.
Yeah, and with Ryan Ware also there now, just a couple of tenths off the off first place as well. So it'd be interesting to see what he can do in that big hunky Chevrolet in a tight track like Oulton Park.
Let's get a look at it. Sporting the Potato Nation livery.
He is, yeah, especially with a big hunky muscle car like the Chevrolet Camaro. So here he comes. Going to start his lap, or is he going to finish this lap here? Where is he start? He still remains in P5. So there he goes. About to start his next lap there.
And we have a comment from Eric Couillard. Good evening, Eric. Great commentary, guys. Thanks, Eric. And a great race at Norwich, Stuart.
Thanks very much, Eric. I'm glad you liked my little performance there at the Nürburgring Endurance Championship. I'm glad you were able to join me as well for this race. We're happy to have you here on board with us there, Eric. So as we see here there now, there is Stephen Kirk there now, one of the underdogs there. He's coming around the final few corners there now to finish his lap, or is he going to start this lap here? So here he comes down around the final corner. He breaks.
Side roads there.
Oh, it's Steve Kirk there. He's sliding all over the place, and there he goes into the gravel trap there. He's going to go. He's side of that Noble, or the Alpine decides it's going to become a rally car.
He's lighting them tires up.
Indeed. Yes, and most importantly there, Eric, we can never forget #FeckCancer, just like how we always do it in our team.
Stephen Kirk really attacking. That's cute.
He is indeed, and he's and also a big shout out to him as well for running the FeckCancer logo on the side of his car. Wonderful stuff there to see. He's only got 1 minute and 10 seconds left now. Is he going to be able to take the position? Is he going to he's pinned it. He's at the tire barriers as well.
That's a sore one.
It. That's a sore one there indeed, but that's it. The lap's over. So now Steve Kirk will be starting in the very back of the field, sharing the back of the grid with Dean Power.
Yeah.
And speaking of Dean Power, there he comes around the.
Let's see if he can set a lap time. He's maybe having a mare as well.
Yep, let's see if he can do that indeed. Here comes Dean Power there now around the. He's heading around the few corners there now of Druids. He's heading up towards Druids. They now head up towards Lodge Corner. Now he's approaching Lodge Corner. He's hard on the brakes there now. Will he be able to? This is looking like a very good lap there indeed. Is he going to do it? Can he break out the bottom split? He does indeed. He gets up into 14th there overall.
John McDonald getting just ahead of Chris Willis. Chris Willis fought back and just gets ahead of John McDonald again in the qualifying there. So
he does indeed, and that's put Dean Power there now in 8th place in the GT4 standing in the GT4 grid for this race ahead.
So boys are on their final laps here now.
Yeah, and most importantly, let's keep an eye on Ruben Ashame and Herbert Froschel there now, the two championship contenders. Well, Ruben Ashame himself, he's currently down in.
That lap's not going to count then.
Nope, that's it.
John McDonald's the only man left to do a lap here. Can he get one over Chris Willis here in the last couple of corners?
Yeah, and let's not forget that John McDonald, he's currently a couple of points. It's couple of points behind Chris Willis. Chris Willis is on 128 points, while John McDonald is currently on 101 points. So there's a lot to play for there in this championship.
Yeah, down in the Knickerbrook now.
Yep, he's just gone past Bishop's there, heading up towards Clay Hill and Water Tower.
Two fantastic corners.
They are indeed. You can really take those corners there flash out. That's the beauty of driving here on Oulton Park. But now here comes John McDonald there, heading up towards the final corner of Lodge, and he's going to come. And there he is on the start finish line there.
Looking good.
Yeah, it's looking very good there. Will he be able to move himself up a few places? He doesn't. He currently stays in 7th place there overall, just in front of Dean Power.
There we have it.
Yep, he will no doubt settle for that position there. So with the qualifying session over and done with, let's have a rundown of our grid for this race ahead. Alex Mielchin there starts in 1st place there, ahead of Stephen Baines, with Steve Kroll there in 3rd place there. Gunther Paul's in 4th. Deckars currently in 5th, and E. Mays in 6th place. For GT4 field, we have Pascal DeLucia and Nigel O'Brien hold down the front row for the 2 Alpines. Herbert Foskell and Ruben O'Shane, the 2 Janeshas there, are just behind him in the 2nd row. Ryan Ware and Lee Stokes currently in 5th and 6th place. Poe is in 7th place. John McDonald is currently in 8th place. Dean Power is in 9th. Chris Willis is in 10th. And the underdog, Stephen Kirk there, round up the entire grid.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting turn 1. Helicopters ready to go.
Hopefully the drivers will be able to keep it clean there for this race, because as we mentioned previously, Oulton Park is a very tight circuit there indeed, so anything can happen on this track.
So we have 2 minutes to go. Do you want to give us your predictions for the race?
Yep, so it looks like they're going through the pile. Will have some work to do if he wants to stay in contention for the championship. I reckon though, if he finishes 2nd or 3rd in this race, he could have the championship title in the bag there. We'll just have to wait and see. Come around the final, coming at the end of this lap. But I think that there's a lot to play for in this race. I think if Alex Mielchin can keep the pace up there for the first 3 corners, he could be in with a chance to take home at least 2nd or 3rd place.
Gunther Paul likes the pressure. Like, I think this sort of race is right up his street. You know, he's got Stephen Kroll and Baines in front of him. He'll be looking to reel them guys in, maybe force an error, force a mistake, maybe get them to run wide or battle each other. Hopefully Alex Mielchin will be hoping that'll let him get away here. But GT4, it's hard to look past Pascal, but Nigel O'Brien and P2 there, that's going to be a good one. Can Herbert Foschel and Nashim reel him in? It's all to play for. Do you want to give us sponsors of the race, Stu?
Yeah. So let's not forget our sponsor for this race, Pitskill.io. If you're looking to race with equally professional, clean racers, Pitskill is your #1 place to go to for hosting league races, as well as different daily races that happen there on the website, where you can be joined up with other racers there that have matched with similar skill there to you, and also have a great time playing ACC as well while you're at it.
Oh, fantastic stuff.
So with 20 seconds to go there now, this race is going to be very crucial here now, because Gunther Paul just needs to be in a good position here now to be in with a fighting chance of taking the title here.
The nerves will be going, the heart rates will be up, there'll be nervous paddles.
There will be indeed. But
Will
don't worry though.
Baines crack again?
Yeah, no doubt about. Yeah, well, hopefully though he doesn't do it. Is he gonna do it again? Is it? No, actually, no. We all thought that Stephen Baines was going to jump to start there for a second, but he didn't do it this time.
Yeah, there's a good crowd out for this race there. You can see there's no umbrellas up anyway. These people are hardcore.
Yeah, obviously these people here don't mind getting a bit wet. But here comes, and then what's going on here? Stephen Baines is alongside.
He's getting a sandwich.
What's going on here?
These Wiz Motorsports are just looking to tag team him.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very hectic race here now, everybody. Come across start first line. The race will get away now. Oh, and a great start there from Alex Milton. Stephen Bates is following shortly with Go to the Paul and Stephen Cobb races on his side. Go to the Paul goes down the inside of Stephen Bates, and that is I think that was Deckars there. Going, no, was that Go to the Paul or Stephen Crowley going a bit wide? But now here is Stephen Crowley looking at the GT4 field. There's a international going on wide there. I think that was Ruben Shame there. Ryan Ware follows short just behind him there. And here is Lee Stokes there. But as you see side by side there now, here is Herbert Frosco there now, racing along side by side against the other Jeanette. I think that is Ruben Shame there. He goes around the outside there of Pascal De Lucia. Pascal De Lucia continues to hold his line there, but now Herbert Frosco there is racing side by side with Pascal
Nigel,
De Lucia.
Nigel
Bryan,
yeah.
Excuse me. Yep. So here's Nigel O'Brien there, racing just trying to keep up with the tail end of Herbert Frosco there as they head up towards his shops there. Ryan Ware follows shortly there, just behind the other Jeanette. I think that's the other Jeanette of Ruben Shame there. A Shame there goes wide, but Ryan Ware showing that a hulky Chevrolet is able to keep up with the likes of the Jeanette there in front of him. Now we see the two Mercedes of Poe and Stokes there racing each other for I believe this is about fifth or sixth place.
All happening at the minute.
Yeah, there's definitely lots happening here. Lots happening here at Oulton Park. We said this is going to be a pretty hectic race here, and it didn't, and it has not failed to deliver.
Luke Stokes went a bit sideways, didn't get the power down there, and now Eli Poe has the pressure on coming up to T1.
Yeah, Poe's got some good slipstream there. He goes, tries to look to the inside of Stokes, but Stokes says, no, thank you. I'm going to as I say that there, they make contact there, but Poe gets in front of Stokes. And now that's left, and then Stokes has been left to hang out to dry there, with now the Janesha of Ruben Shame there,
yeah. and Dean Parr just as well on turn one there, got past John McDonald.
Yeah, I think that was John McDonald actually that was chasing down the Mercedes. Excuse me, there was actually two Porsches there that was chasing down the two Mercedes there. But now here comes there Poe and John McDonald, and there's the three Wiz Motorsports cars. Alex Milton, Stephen Crawl go to the pole there. All hold down the podium position here. So now, and as we see there, here is going to the pole there. Going to the pole there. He's keeping up with Stephen Crawl there now. Mm-hmm. Now as things stand here, there now going to the pole should have if he finishes where he is now, he should be back. He should be able to bag himself 25 points at the end of this race there. If he finishes where he is right now, and with those 25 points, that could close the gap there between him and Alex Milton going into the final race. So now we see that the two Porsches there of John McDonald and Dean Power there racing very closely towards each other there now. John McDonald is Dean Power looks like he's going to try. John McDonald is defending to the inside. He's going into the defensive, and Dean Powers tries to fight back, but at the end, though, Dean Powers has to settle for the current position that he's in there, and we'll try again to catch John McDonald maybe later on in the race.
It's like the scene from Tron here.
The scene from where?
Tron, Tron. The three light cycles, all in a row. That's a really familiar scene there. But now here's the Ferrari of going to the pole there now, really reeling in the other Ferrari of Stephen Crawl, the Dutchman there, with Stephen Baines there, just shortly there, right behind him there. Yeah, it's all happening here up at the front. Stephen Baines just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, and Alex Milton there is pulling away from the two Ferraris. So now it looks like as things stand, Alex go to the pole might not get a title here if he continues to stay the same position.
Just had an overtake there by Nigel O'Brien. Yeah. We'll cut back and get a look at that.
Nigel O'Brien I think it's just made the move there on Herbert Frosco there. Here he comes there now down the inside, but and Herbert Frosco there has gone off wide there. And now Nigel O'Brien has decided that he is going to take the position there of Herbert Frosco there now, putting him up there into second place there, I believe, behind the other behind the other Alpine of Pascal De Lucia.
Yeah, Nigel O'Brien 1.3 seconds behind Pascal at the minute, so Pascal's opened a small gap, and doesn't take much for Pascal to pull away now.
There's definitely lots to play for here in this race, as we see here Nigel O'Brien there now chasing down the other Janesha of oh no, never mind, that's but now it's actually Herbert Foskel there now who's chasing down the other Alpine of Nigel O'Brien. Nigel O'Brien there is,
we've had a casualty, Eli Poe. Maybe
yeah,
he's had a disconnection or something.
Eli Poe has just dropped down a few places now. What's happened there?
I don't know.
Do you have a
Yeah, possibly a disconnect there. He's
oh.
Well, it was very unfortunate. We've lost a driver. I don't know why he's had a crash and his race is over, but we didn't see it. But unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
He's no longer with us, so that means Stokes will have some breathing room there, and he'll probably go set off after Ryan Ware in the big hunky Chevrolet ahead of him. But as we say that here it's going to Paul and Stephen Kroll racing very closely with each other there. They're heading up towards the heading up there towards Clay Hill, towards Druids Corner there now. But going to Paul is really putting the pressure on Stephen Kroll there now. Stephen Kroll there is looking like it. Stephen Kroll is but Stephen Kroll is holding up massively there against the wild Ferrari of going to the Paul there.
Big shout out to Damien McMullen and Jim Hughes who joined us. Remember to hit that thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the content.
And there's big hello there to Damien and Jim Hughes, who's made the presence known in the live stream chat. We're glad to have you guys on board, and hopefully you can stay with us for the next 28 minutes here for this. While we witness good to Paul there, really putting the pressure on Stephen Kroll.
Oh, he's putting wide. Will he make a move here?
Stephen Kroll's wide. Now this is crucial here. Good to Paul just has to get past Steve Kroll to be in with a fighting chance of getting the championship secure right here at Oulton Park.
Yeah, inside line around the hairpin or gel oil corner. It's hard to get around the outside.
Yeah, the outside corner there was no grip there on the outside there. But now Gunther Paul is definitely going to have to fight for this one here. He's going to try and look. He's having a look down the inside. He's going to do it in hitch-ups. No, Stephen Kroll just gets the better break in there. But Stephen Kroll's gone slightly wide, and that's going to give Gunther Paul and Stephen Baines in a fighting chance of taking second place of Stephen Kroll. Stephen
Baines has had a wee nosy there, and he's thinking, I'm back in this. Alex Nielsen will be happy to see these guys battling.
No doubt about that, with the fact that Stephen Baines will be looking to make up some positions there after getting involved in the Wiz Motorsports sandwich at the start. So here we have Ian May there in the Aston Martin, just at the back of the field there. He's currently running a P7, P6 there in the GT3 field.
He's hoping to reel in daggers.
Yep, and there is the Dutchman of Deckars there, Deckars there just in front of us. So it looks like it's going to be a fifth place GT3 battle here for the for in GT3, as we see the number 54 car. I believe that is of Alex Milchin there, or one of the Ferraris there, setting a lap time of 1:54 there.
Dean Powers in the pits.
Dean Powers in the pits there. What's happened? Did he have damage? Did he have a flat tire? What happened there?
Oh, no idea. He's dropped out.
He's dropped out, so that's it. That's another guy gone. Dean Powers' race, I think it's safe to assume that Dean Powers' race is over and done with. So that's 2 retirements now. So we have Eli Poe out of the race, and now Dean Powers also there out of the race there as we wait for the.
Indeed.
There we go. As we just wait for the replay screen to finish up there. But as we see now, here is Herbert Fosco there now, and just behind the Alpine of Nigel O'Brien.
He's still on Nigel's tail. Ashim has dropped off, and Ranwar's dropped off too. Maybe these Herbert and the sweet Janetta and the Alpines look like really strong cars in the wet.
They are indeed. But here's the 2 Ferraris there. Gunther Paul is looking down the inside. Stephen Kroll. Gunther Paul decides, but no. Gunther Paul is going to.
Gonna have to wait.
Gunther Paul's gonna have to wait there, but that's left him vulnerable there to the other Ferrari of Stephen Baines there, right behind him.
Oh, he's run wide there, has he? No, he hasn't. Maybe it's just the camber has threw me off.
Must have there anyway. But here is the. Yeah, the battle is settled down now, and Stephen Baines there is. He's looking like he looks like he's definitely catching the Ferrari there of Gunther de Paul there in the chicanes there. But now things are getting very close there at Cascadias, I think it's called. Oh, Cascades.
Stephen Baines quite close here. Let's change the camera angle. Happy birthday to Damo McMullen.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, Damo McMullen. If you're watching this stream, if you're still watching this stream, we want to wish you a very happy birthday here on behalf of the Potato Nation crew. We hope you're having a good day with yourself, whether if you're out eating birthday cake or going off drinking, or whether if you're simply having a nice lie-in and watching the stream from your bed. We hope you're having a good day regardless. But as we say that, back to the action here now. Here's Herbert Fosco there now racing alongside the Alpine of Nigel O'Brien. Herbert Fosco gets ahead of O'Brien, but O'Brien is looking like he's going to have to make a move there to win back the position there at Shell's Oil's corner.
Yeah, I don't think Nigel O'Brien's going away from Herbert Fosco. We know Herbert Fosco doesn't like cars too close behind him. He gets nervous, he makes mistakes, but that can happen to the best of drivers.
It can happen to any driver really. Not just the rookie drivers, but even the most experienced drivers that we have with us here today. And as you see there, Lee Stokes there now. He's on the tail end of Ryan Ware. I thought Ryan Ware would go after the Ginetta of Ruben Eschene there, but now he's battling against the Mercedes there of Stokes there right behind him.
Maybe the big Chevrolet struggling with the wet conditions on this narrow circuit.
It is, yeah. I don't know if that big hunky Chevrolet is able to handle the wet conditions, but Ware's doing a very good job regardless, holding down P5 there in the GT4 standings.
These two are still neck and neck.
Yep, and here is Gunther de Paul there on the back of Stephen Kroll. Stephen Kroll there looks like he's going to.
He's done well to hold him off still.
Yeah.
Let's
come attack that. Gunther de Paul's right in the back of Stephen Kroll there, and that's gifted Stephen Baines the position there in second place. Oh my goodness me! This is not what Gunther de Paul wanted there. He needed to keep this race very much clean to have a fighting chance of getting the championship title.
You'll see again here. He just gets it all wrong. Get into the braking area. Maybe he's on a bad line. Didn't get the grip for the front brakes. Grip up and he's locked them.
Well, let's see what happened here now.
Oh, he just couldn't get her stopped. He was turning while he was braking instead of braking in a straight line.
Yeah, he just couldn't. Poor Gunther de Paul. He just could not get the braking of that car stopped immediately there.
Well,
but now that's left. Go ahead.
Stephen Baines is back in the second now. Gunther had to wait, and it's cost him a lot now.
Yeah, where does that leave Gunther de Paul? That's left Gunther de Paul, I believe, in third place in the. Oh no, correction, it's up the fourth place. So as things stand here now, he is not going to get a championship title here at Oulton Park. Alex Milchin, if he stays where he is right now, he will be able to.
Oh, and Deckers, what's happening with Deckers?
What's happened with Deckers there? We just seen him there going off the pits off screen.
What happened?
Did he also have an accident, or what's the story there?
Maybe the drive-through.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't see anywhere from here whether he had a penalty there or not, but
no, it's not there. He's still going, but I think he had a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, car 14. I think that was for Deckers there.
Yeah,
he had his drive-through.
Yeah. Maybe he got a couple of cuts, corner cuts and stuff over the chicanes.
Yeah, and although it's very hard to tell as to why we didn't see why he got the drive-through penalty there originally, but we can only take it for that he was cutting the chicane a little too much there, taking too much curb. And obviously the race director has decided, nope, that's enough corner cutting from you there, Deckers. You're getting a drive-through penalty for that. And here is Alex Milchin there storming away, dominating the GT3 field with Stephen Kroll there I believe that is
Stephen Kirk.
Stephen Kirk. No, yeah, that's Stephen Kirk there in the Alpine. But who's in second place there? Is that Stephen Kroll or
Stephen Baines. And
Stephen
second place in
Baines.
GT3 or the championship?
Oh, okay. Oh
Or in
yeah,
the
second
race?
place. Yeah, second place in the race.
Aye.
But as we see here now, Stephen Baines, he's currently
P2
actually he's P2 in the race, but he's currently P7 in the championship.
Right,
So
yeah,
as things stand, he will not be in the running of the championship standing. So it's going to come down. So if I'm correct, it's going to come down between Gunther Paul, Alex Milchin, and possibly Stephen Kroll by the end of the season.
Alex has really had a good race so far in the rain.
He has indeed there. He's
Of
been doing
course.
very well despite all the chaos that has been happening here at Oulton Park. He's been doing a fantastic job there, keeping that Porsche on the straight and narrow there.
Just under 20 minutes to go. Everything's
just
settled
under-
down now. A lot of cars are spread out.
Indeed. As we see here, there, I think that's Stephen Baines there, just behind Alex Milchin. With Alex Milchin there, driving that Porsche absolutely brilliantly there, showing that he is at one with that car.
Pascal Delucia having a pretty comfortable race. Herbert Foxwell two seconds behind him there, as you can see.
Yep, there's Herbert Foskell there now. He could. I don't know if he's catching Pascal Delucia or not, but Pascal Delucia once again is showing that he is definitely very confident there behind the wheel of that Alpine. It's unfortunate though that he's not in the running for the championship this year, but if he was competing in more races here in Potato Nation,
Oh yeah.
he could have a better chance of.
It's unfortunate, but it's just you know work-life balance as well. You know, guys trying to balance it out, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big believer in work-life balance myself. So
Yeah.
But anyway, let's not talk. But anyway, though, let's talk about Pascal Delucia. Yeah, if he was competing in this
Fantastic
championship
driver.
more often, he's a fantastic driver. I mean, if he had more time to go racing, I reckon that he could be a future championship contender here for the Potato Nation title.
And if guys are wondering what sort of racing lines they're taking here, they're going into the wet part of the track to keep their tires cool. As the track is slightly drying off in the racing line there, and they're running the wet tires coming to the stage of the race, they'll be wanting to get onto the wetter part of the track to keep their tire temps low, so they can hold them out for the rest of the race.
Indeed, and there is. Oh, I think that's Herbert Foskell there, just on the tail end of Pascal Delucia. Now let's talk about Herbert Foskell there for a bit. As things stand, he is currently 20, just under 30 points ahead of Nigel O'Brien. O'Brien is currently down in 5th place. Herbert Foskell currently in 2nd place. So, if he gets the podium here, he could have a chance to really pick up some points and get on ahead in the championship for the GT4 title. And who knows, maybe he could win the GT4 title in the next race come by next Sunday.
Caught a bit of grass there.
He has it. As I say that, oh my goodness me, Herbert Foskell has gone off wide.
Yeah, he caught a bit of grass on the braking until his laps, and he just couldn't get the car stopping time there, but he managed to save it really well there. But he's lost a lot of time on Pascal there.
He must have been listening to what an absolute muppet I made of myself in the commentary box there. I don't know if that was a downstairs curse there or not.
Huh?
Or what if that was just him there not paying attention to the track.
Here's a guy we don't see that often.
Yep, here is
Mr. Willis.
There is Chris Willis there in the McLaren 650S there. He's driving his own line there. He's having his own little race there on here in the GT4 championship. We don't get talked about much there because he normally has very quiet races here at the here at the Potato Nation Championship. But he's doing okay so far. Chris Willis is. He's currently running 3rd in the champion. He's currently running He's currently running third in the championship, tied on points with Luke Stokes there. So
Oh,
as things stand there, Luke Stokes will get on ahead. We'll take Willis there for third place in the championship.
indeed.
And as you see there is one of the, I believe that one of the GT3s there chasing him down. There is Decars there also having a quiet race there behind who's just behind Ian May.
Yeah, we're well spread out now. Not a big pile happening.
No, the race has definitely gotten very much more quiet here now as coming to the last 15 minutes there of the race. So far, Alex Mielchin there is currently running in first place there, and as we see now, here is Meadow Decars there, and up towards Cascades. Two Ferraris of Stephen Krall and I believe that is also
Gunther de Paul there behind him in P4.
Gunther de Paul is. Oh yeah, that was Gunther de Paul there. Yeah, so this is a battle for P3 here. So now Gunther de Paul and Stephen Krall there now are continuing to be at each other's throats there. Now Gunther de Paul is under immense pressure there now to try and salvage his championship title hopes here now. He's currently in first place here now. So as things stand, he will not be getting the championship title here, but he will be able to try. Oh, so he's saying that there. I think that's one of the Alpines there. We have drama already. That's Nigel O'Brien there spinning off there, and he's going to lose places massively there. Nigel O'Brien has gone to pits there. So now what's happened here? Did he have damage, or what happened there?
He got a bit sideways coming out of that corner there. Well, let's see. I think, and then he lost the back end. I think his tires were maybe burnt. He
must have there, and oh, he just spun off there, and
yeah.
Lucky for him, he didn't hit the barriers or anything like that.
No.
And now,
Nigel
Bryan. Yep, Nigel Bryan's left the pits there now. Oh, he was serving a drive-through penalty there now.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
interesting.
a big blow for Nigel, who started P2 in this race.
He has indeed. I mean, and that's gonna put his title championship hopes in jeopardy there now, because it means that Herbert Froschkel, if he finishes where he is now with 25 points, he'll be able to extend his championship lead above Nigel O'Brien. Come by the last two races. Now, as we see there, comes to the Paul there. Gunther Paul is still chasing down the other Ferrari of Stephen Krall. I almost said Alex Mielchin there, but there is Gunther Paul there now.
Yeah, Stephen Krall doing a great job holding off Gunther.
Yeah, and Stephen Krall is showing that he is a master of defense, and it seems like Oulton Park is definitely a good circuit for him to test his defensive driving skills.
Coming up on Chris Willis now.
Yeah, and here's the McLaren of Chris Willis there, also driving his own race. As he just navigate around here, navigate around him there. There he goes. So the two Ferraris got past the McLaren of Chris Willis there. No drama there whatsoever.
Indeed.
And there is the Nesha of Ruben Ashim there. He's also driving his own race. He's also driving.
Nigel's had another moment.
And Nigel Bryan is spun off there again, and he's going to the pits there again.
And his car's damaged.
Yeah, this time it's not a drive-through penalty, but this time he's got damage to his car.
And he could park her up here. Could be his race over.
That's it. I think Nigel Bryan's race is over there now. So it means that Herbert Froschkel there now, if things stay the way they are, 25 points, I reckon that he could have the. If anything, if I'm correct, actually, looking at the championship title standings, I think Herbert Froschkel could have this title in the bag there if he keeps it clean there for the next few minutes.
And Herbert Froschkel is reeling in Pascal De Lucia for sure. He's within a second of him now.
He's winning. So if it's possible that if he does pass Herbert Froschkel, if he does pass Pascal De Lucia here,
Pascal's got damage on the front as well. So Pascal must have had a bump.
He must have there, but there is Pascal De Lucia there, chasing down. Pascal De Lucia is doing everything he can to hold off the wild Janesha there.
Yeah, it could get exciting here in the last 10 minutes of the race.
It could,
Stephen Kirk up ahead. Plates.
It could, yeah. There's Stephen Kirk there. He's one of the back markers there. Things could finally be getting exciting here now, ladies and gentlemen. As we see now here, Herbert Froskel there, catching up to the rear end of Nigel O'Brien. I'm sorry, Pascal De Lucia there, excuse me. Herbert Froskel opposite the outside line, while De Lucia goes to the inside line. Now with this back marker ahead, this could be crucial here now in this championship fight, because Herbert Froskel, he just needs to have 30 points here. He could be picking up 30 points here by the end of this race. And if I'm correct, he could have this title in the bag, maybe here or maybe the next race if things go according to plan.
We will keep a close eye on this one.
Yeah, because this is crucial here now, because the championship is definitely on the line here. Definitely on the line here in these last 3 races of the season.
Blue flag, Alex Milton coming up on Luke Stokes.
Luke Stokes, yeah, and also for Ryan
Ware. It's got a bit of grass there.
As you say that, Luke Stokes there gets a bit squirmy there at Hishops there. Alex Milton manages to navigate his way around the GT4 Mercedes there, no problem whatsoever. Now he just has to navigate around the Chevrolet of Ryan Ware.
Oh, Alex Milton, fantastic driver.
Yeah, Alex Milton is keeping it very consistent there here at Oulton Park. He goes down the inside of Ryan Ware here, and
Stephen Benson closing in on Luke Stokes as well.
Yeah, and here is Luke Stokes, and there's the 2 Ferraris there of Stephen Crawl. Go to the pole there, heading down towards the Lodge curve. Now going to the pole, looks like he's in a perfect firing position to make an attack there on Stephen Crawl. He's just got to keep the nose clean there. Here he is, he's getting closer and closer. Will he be able to get in the Cascades? Here he goes there. Where does Stephen Crawl go? Does he go to the inside or does he stay to the outside? Stephen Crawl stays on his line there, but now goes to the pole there. He's in perfect attack position there to really take 3rd place there off Stephen Crawl, and hopefully be in with a fighting chance of getting the championship title. If he finishes in 3rd place, he'll have 20 points in the bag there. With Alex Milton there picking up 30 points. But
yeah, Kral ran wide there in that corner, but he's able to hold the inside line in the shell corner.
Yeah, so as things stand, if Alex Milton finishes where he is, he will have 30 points by the end of this race. So that means he will have 80 points. Sorry, he'll have 170 points by the end of this race. And while going to the pole, will be on for 220. Oh, big send! There we go. And he's cut the corner. He's going to have to get the place back there, and he does that. Oh,
and a cheeky tap.
A cheeky tap there from Stephen Crawl there, and that means going to the pole has been set back there massively there. Now that could have been definitely a very deciding moment there. How has this affected going to the pole's pursuit for the championship title?
He knew he wasn't going to get a stop, so he pulled out. And he didn't want to leave it in. That's what most men do.
No, he didn't want to leave that one in there whatsoever. So it means that he will have 15 points there. If he finishes where he is now, he will have 22 points. Now here's the big moment there. Now here is Herbert Froskel there now, just trying to get around the Janesha of. Oh, that's not the Janesha. That's the Alpine of Pascal De Lucia. Now is Herbert Froskel there going to be able to make the move there? Pascal De Lucia. De Lucia there is currently holding his line. They break at the market there, and they put it in there. Keep the car on those curves nicely there.
Oh, Pascal got a great drive out of that corner there.
He has indeed.
He's opened up a wee bit of a gap on Herbert Froskel. Pascal's realised the dangers here, and Pascal's up to the notch. He's found another gear.
He has indeed there, and he knows that Herbert Froskel. Well, I don't know if he knows or not, but Herbert Froskel has a championship on the line here now. So this is where every point matters. Every point counts in the last 5.5 minutes here as we head up there now towards Druids. Herbert Froskel there now is really doing his best to stay on the tail end of Pascal De Lucia there.
Absolutely, he's on it. He's going to hold her tight here. Luke Stokes currently on the tail of Ranwar as well. Ranwar doing a great job holding him off as well.
Ryan Ware showing
And
what's
we've had a moment.
Is that Stephen Crawl there?
It is indeed.
It's Stephen Crawl. Oh, that's...
We'll get a look here.
God. Yeah, let's get a replay here. There was an accident involving number 42. I think that was off Stephen Crawl.
There's Stephen Crawl.
Did Crawl and DePaul have contact here? Let's find out and see.
Oh, he's caught a bit of the grass.
Oh, he's spun off there, and that means going to DePaul's going to be promoted to 3rd place.
Yeah.
Now the championship, now going to DePaul's championship hopes has been revived there now.
And Luke Stokes has got the move done on Ranwar.
Yeah, and
he's on wide again.
Oh, Luke Stokes has gone wide, and right where he's going up the inside there with the Ferrari there. I think that's off going to DePaul there, trying to get past him. But now this is where things are heating up there now. Herbert Froskel and Pascal DeLucia are very close to each other here now. As they head in towards Britain's.
Again, Herbert Froskel didn't get the run out of that corner he wanted.
It seems like there that Pascal DeLucia is much quicker around Britain's there than Herbert Froskel. Meanwhile, Herbert Froskel is more quicker around this section here.
As you can see,
it seems like that DeLucia has the better exit speed, but Froskel there has the better cornering.
Three and a half minutes to go. Pressure's really on now.
The pressure is really on here now. If Herbert Froskel, but look at things this way. Herbert Froskel does not need to attack. If I'm correct, he does not need to attack the Alpine there of Pascal DeLucia there, because if he finishes where he is now, I reckon a part of me thinks that he could have the championship in the bag here come by the next race.
And look who's coming up behind them. Alex Milchin, the GT3 car.
Here comes Alex Milchin there now. He could upset this battle massively there if he's not careful. But there is Stephen Baines there now, just really on the tail end there of Alex Milchin there.
Alex will be looking to get through here pretty quickly as well, because he's got a race on his hands as well with Stephen Baines, who'll be reeling them in. And he's having a look up there and saying, oh, Stephen Baines went off.
Oh, Stephen Baines is on. He's hit the barrier there. Now what's happened? Oh my goodness me. Stephen Baines has gone off completely wide there. And once again, Stephen Baines way out of his control through no fault of his own, bends off there and is most likely carrying damage there.
You'll see here coming down the Cascades, he just must have got on the part here earlier, caught a bit of a wet curb. You don't want to touch them curbs in the wet.
No, you don't, especially
see, look.
Especially in a track like, oh, he just lost complete grip there of the on that Ferrari there coming out of Cascades, and that's going to cost him massively there. But so far, Stephen Baines is holding on to 2nd place. Now it looks like Alex Milchin has held up Herbert Froskel there. Herbert Froskel there is trying his best now. How does this affect the championship title standings here? With Alex Milchin getting in the way of the 2 GT4s here there.
Alex knows Baines has went off, so Alex will be in no hurry to pass Pascal DeLucia here.
No, he's not. But as we say that here, it looks like Herbert Froskel will be in a hurry there, because there's a championship on the line here there now, and I think if he finishes where he is now, he could have this championship in the bag there. Come by the next race. Indeed,
we've just got the word that Alex Milchin, the leader of the GT3 race, is on his final lap.
Yep, so this is the final lap of the race here there now. So if we have a moment, let's switch over to Alex Milchin and see how he's doing there, yeah? So
absolutely.
As we see, yep, so here is the driver, here is your driver, Alex Milchin there, after what has been a pretty much a processional race. Not too much action there. There was a lot of action here and there, but it was a very quiet race to say the least. But now Alex Milchin there will as things stand, he'll be able to bring home the win in this one and close the championship to go to the Paul there, who's currently
he's had a great drive, Alex Milchin, and this Stephen Baines closing in on Herbert Froskel here, but I think he'll just hang back and Herbert's went wide there.
What's Paul doing? That goes to Paul. What's Herbert Froskel there doing? He's after taking the other end of that chicane, of
If he doesn't have a drive-through, he's back in the race.
Yeah, I don't think he was given a drive-through penalty there or any penalty of any kind. Now this is going to be crucial here there now. As things stand, I think Herbert Foster there, even though the race has been pretty dramatic, he will have it in the bag. But now here it comes, the race winner, Alex Milchin, to close the championship, wins at Oulton Park for the Wiz Motorsports team. A great drive there from Alex Milchin there in the Porsche there. Oh, is that Nigel Bright? Oh my goodness, mate! Was that Pascal Delucia? Did Pascal Delucia have to crash in the barrier?
I think he done a 360 on the finish line.
Now we have to get replayed this now. Did Pascal Delucia lose it there, or did he?
No, I think he lifts the handbrake when he comes across the line for a show off.
Well, let's see there now. So, but anyway, here is your race winner. Pascal Delucia wins at Oulton Park, and he did spin off there, crashing into the barriers there at Celebration. And if I'm correct, I think Herbert Froskel is champion of the GT4 categories.
With 2 races to go.
With 2 races to go, it's possible. Because look at things this way, he's on 156 points. The maximum points you can get for a win is 30. So it's actually 35. So if I'm correct, he should have 200 points going into the next race. So I think Herbert Froskel is champion for GT4. I think Herbert Froskel is GT4 champion. We haven't received any confirmation about that yet, but we'll have to wait for official confirmation and see from the championship standings as to whether or not Herbert Froskel is champion or not, or will this go to the next race?
Turned out a really exciting race there in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, there was lots of drama there. Definitely lots of drama there in the last few minutes. But after that after that really dramatic end to the race, let's have a run down the results. Alex Milchin, your race winner, has first place with Stephen Baines there in second place. Gunther Paul's in third place. Stephen Carl's in fourth. Deckhart's in fifth, and Ime sixth. Pascal Delucia is your GT4 winner, followed by potential championship winner Herbert Froskel. Ruben Ashames in third place. Ryan Ware's in fourth. Stokes fifth. Chris Wills sixth. John McDonald is seventh. Steve Kirk is eighth. Nigel Bryan is ninth. Dean Power is 10th. And Eric Poe, your only retirement from the race. So let's go on to our interviews here now. We'll start with our GT3 winner, Alex Milchin. Welcome, Alex.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
No problem, Alex. Just wanted to say congratulations on your victory. You looked like you were very in well control of that Porsche there throughout the entire race.
Oh yeah, looked good. I'm surprised how well it drove in the wet. It's a loose car anyway, and then the rain didn't help. But like I guess having a loose car all the time helps with having control over it, and when it's even slipperier. So I think that helped me a lot. Was the first race of the season too, so pretty happy with that.
Fair play. Well done there, Alex. Now, I was going to say, let's talk about the championship. As things stand, you're currently in second place there in the championship. Just a couple of points, at least 40 or 60 points there behind Gunther de Paul. Do you think you might have a chance of clinching the title by the end of this race?
No. With the dropped rounds, I don't think so. He has too many wins, and when we drop his worst rounds, and I think it's almost only wins. So we'll see. But I don't think I can get Gunther anymore. That train has left the station.
Okay. Well, either way, though, Alex, regardless if you have the championship in the bag or not, you put up a tremendous performance throughout this race and throughout the entire season. So we want to wish you the best of luck in the last 2 races of the season.
Yep, thank you.
No problem. Okay, next up, your GT4 winner, Pascal Delucia. Welcome, Pascal.
Hey, Stuart. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Congratulations on your very wild victory there, especially that little handbrake turn that you did at the end of the race there.
Yeah, I done a bit of a turn in the middle of the race into a wall as well, so I was lucky.
Yeah, we've seen the damage on the car there. We're thinking he must have damage because Herbert Foster was reeling in, and then you had like a last 10 minutes, you had a battle on your hands.
Yeah, I you know that banked right-hander, I missed the braking point for it, and it was just like, I missed it by about 2 feet, in my opinion, and it was like I'd missed it by about 30 feet then when I tried to stop. But yeah, I ended up going off track and hitting the wall, so I just got back on in front of Herbert then at that stage, and oh sure, he was there then the whole way to the end. And actually, I saw he got. Did he get a track limits penalty?
I don't know.
So-
I think he got held up by Alex Nielsen in the GT3 when you get into his there the last couple of laps there.
Maybe it was that. But what you call it? Even on the last lap, I nearly missed my braking point into the same corner, and the same thing nearly happened me again. I was, oh my god! But anyway, sure, it was grand. It was good. It was a good race in the wet, but the tires were on fire the whole way.
I was seeing you taking different lanes there. You know, trying to clear the tires down. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen. Oh, Jesus, cat. But no, it's good. It's good. It's good to have it a bit different. You know that, especially in the likes of Oulton, it's so tight, and then you throw rain into the mix. Like all they were missing was nighttime. Thank God it wasn't that. But yeah, it was good. Good race though.
Yeah, only imagine the chaos it would have been if there was if there was rain if it was nighttime there at Oulton Park. Would that affect your performance hit much if it was nighttime, or would it be more the same?
No, it should be the same. Like you turn up your settings on the what is it, contrast or something in the VR. So it makes it like daytime anyway. It's a bit cheating, but sure. Hey, when you get to my age, you have to find a few wee cheats.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, thanks for your time there, Pascal. We'll let you get back to the winner's circle there.
No bother, lads.
Good man.
Cheers.
Congrats.
Thanks again. See you. All the best.
You too, Pascal. Good luck. So I think we pretty much said everything we want to say here, Stephen. I think that was definitely a very interesting race.
That was a fantastic race. It turned out to be. I thought it was halfway through the race. I was getting worried that we're not going to be much action, but thankfully it came round, and a couple of moments happened, and tires sort of went off, and guys sort of made wee mistakes, and it opened up a few battles, and ended up in a good race. It
has indeed. There was definitely lots of battles down and forth here at Oulton Park. But if I'm correct, there, I still believe the fact that Herbert Froskel is your GT4 champion of Potato Nation. I just have a funny feeling that he is champion there.
I think he probably is, even with the drop rounds. I forgot about with Alex mentioning it there.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I forgot there was even drop rounds here at Potato Nation. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see by the end of the race there whether we know for sure that Herbert Froskel will have the championship in the bag there, come by the final race of the championship, yeah, because we have to consider the drop rounds too.
Well, on a Sunday night, Potato Nation delivers once again on a wet, coldy night in Cheshire at Oulton Park. Where are we at next week, Stu?
We are at, well, next week we're going all the way over to the United States of America for round 8 of the championship at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas.
Fantastic. COTA.
Yeah, COTA.
2 rounds left.
2 rounds left, and this one we'll be going over to all the way to America, baby. Yeah. America! Goods! Freedom! Cheeseburgers!
Books!
American football!
Anyway,
NASCAR!
we will call it a night.
Yeah, we'll call it a night here though, guys. But for now, this has been your commentators, Stuart Pearson and Stephen Mullen. We'll see you again for round 8 of the championship at COTA. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye, folks.